A cyber attack is any type of offensive action that targets computer information systems, infrastructures, computer networks, or personal computer devices, using various methods to steal, alter, or destroy data or information systems. Today I'll describe the 10 most common cyber attack types: denial of service (DOS) and distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks, man-in-the-middle (MIDM) attack, phishing and spear phishing attacks, drive-by attack, password attack, SQL injection attack, cross-site scripting, XSS attack, eavesdropping attack, birthday attack, malware attack. 1. Denial of service (DOS) and distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks. A denial of service attack overwhelms a system's resources so that it cannot respond to service requests. A DDoS attack is also an attack on systems resources. Unlike attacks that are designed to enable the attacker to gain or increase access, denial of service doesn't provide direct benefits for attackers. For some of them, it's enough to have the satisfaction of service denial. 2. Man-in-the-middle (MIDM) attack. A MIDM attack occurs when a hacker inserts itself between the communications of a client and a server. Here are some common types of man-in-the-middle attacks. Session hijacking. 3. Phishing and spear phishing attacks. Phishing attack is the practice of sending emails that appear to be from trusted sources with the goal of gaining personal information or influencing users to do something. It combines social engineering and technical trickery. It could involve an attachment to an email that loads malware onto your computer. It could also be a link to an illegitimate website that can trick you into downloading malware or handing over your personal information. 4. Drive-by attack. Drive-by download attacks are a common method of spreading malware. Hackers look for insecure websites and plant a malicious script into HTTP or PHP code on one of the pages. This script might install malware directly onto the computer of someone who visits the site, or it might redirect the victim to a site controlled by the hackers. Drive-by downloads can happen when visiting a website or viewing an email message or a pop-up window. Unlike many other types of cybersecurity attacks, a drive-by doesn't rely on a user to do anything to actively enable the attack. You don't have to click a download button or open a malicious email attachment to become infected. 5. Password attack. Because passwords are the most commonly used mechanism to authenticate users to an information system, obtaining passwords is a common and effective attack approach. Access to a person's password can be obtained by looking around the person's desk, sniffing the connection to the network to acquire unencrypted passwords, using social engineering, gaining access to a password database, or outright guessing. The last approach can be done in either a random or systematic manner. Brute force injection attack. SQL injection has become a common issue with database-driven websites. It occurs when a malefactor executes a SQL query to the database via the input data from the client to server. SQL commands are inserted into data plane input, for example, instead of the login or password, in order to run predefined SQL commands. A successful SQL injection exploit can read sensitive data from the database. Modify, insert, update, or delete database data, execute administration operations such as shutdown on the database, recover the content of a given file, and, in some cases, issue commands to the operating system. 7. Cross-site scripting. XSS attack. XSS attacks use third-party web resources to run scripts in the victim's web browser or scriptable application. Specifically, the attacker injects a payload with malicious JavaScript into a website's database. When the victim requests a page from the website transmits the page, with the attacker's payload as part of the HTML body, to the victim's browser, which executes the malicious script. For example, it might send the victim's cookie to the attacker's server, and the attacker can extract it and use it for session hijacking. The most dangerous consequences occur when XSS is used to exploit additional vulnerabilities. 8. Eavesdropping attack. Eavesdropping attacks occur through the interception of network traffic. By eavesdropping, an attacker can obtain passwords, credit card numbers, and other confidential information that a user might be sending over the network. Eavesdropping can be passive or active. Passive eavesdropping, a hacker detects the information by listening to the message transmission in the network. Active eavesdropping, a hacker actively grabs the information by disguising himself as friendly unit and by sending queries to transmitters. This is called probing, scanning, or tampering. 9. Birthday attack. Birthday attacks are made against hash algorithms that are used to verify the integrity of a message, software, or digital signature. A message processed by a hash function produces a message digest (MD) of fixed length, independent of the length of the input message. The birthday attack refers to the probability of finding two random messages that generate the same MD when processed by a hash function. If an attacker calculates same MD for his message as the user has, he can safely replace the user's message with his, and the receiver will not be able to detect the replacement even if he compares MDs. 10. Malware attack. Malicious software can be described as unwanted software that is installed in your system without your consent. It can attach itself to legitimate code and propagate. It can lurk in useful applications or replicate itself across the internet. Here are some of the most common types of malware: worm dropper, macro virus, ransomware, etc.